Do you know in 2026 February, Solana captured 650 billion of stablecoin transaction volume, and 65% of those are coming from the machines and AI agents. Hello, I am Mani Manarvanan. In this video, we will look into how the agent technology is evolving, how those agents are started interacting with various blockchain technologies for day-to-day transaction. It is already there. From the marketing agency's point of view, you need to understand what you can do so that you can able to have all the infrastructure and technology ready to capture this wave so that you will be ready for the future. And it's already started happening. It's not that you need to wait. So you better get started as soon as possible so that you can capture this market and get into this agentic technology economy. So AI agents are becoming a major actors in the economy. Until 2, 3 years back, only humans created all the transactions. Yes, there are some bots, some software applications that were using in the day-to-day transactions. It's very minuscule compared to human initiated transactions in the global economy. But that is changed when ChatGPT came into the world a couple of years back. Now, with the growth in AI technology and AI infrastructure, more and more agents are coming into play, and more autonomous agents are executing transaction on users' behalf. So, the old metrics, what you have, is not going to work anymore. From the marketing agency's point of view, you need to understand that the traffic is coming from the human beings or from agents. And if you do not have the infrastructure to identify the differences, then your attribution channel fails even before you capture the data, because within a couple of seconds, the agents can able to execute hundreds and thousands of transactions, because it's not that human typing it and then clicking a enter button, or clicking their decentralized application on a thumb to commit a transaction. These agents are running 24/7. These agents performing the transaction, thousands and thousands of them at a time. You need to identify if they are coming from the same agent, different agent, or their fraudulent agent. All those you need to identify so that from the marketing agentic point of view, you can able to capture the value that are coming from these agents on the various blockchains, and you'll be you can able to articulate what exactly is going on in your customer platform. So why Solana leads the machine economy? The first question is, there are hundreds of different blockchains are there. Why Solana is so popular in the stablecoin transaction, specifically agentic transaction? See, the first important point you need to understand is the high throughput. Solana architecture has been built in such a way there is no congestion issue, there is no transaction volume issue. So the architecture supports thousands of millisecond transactions at a time to execute seamlessly without any issues. So that is a main architectural selling point for Solana, for the agents to start using Solana for their transactions. 150 millisecond settlement is very good in the blockchain network. Agents can able to commit the transaction in lightning speed for them to execute and move on to other tasks. And the second critical point is the low cost. If the architecture supports a millisecond transaction, but the cost is going to be $5, $10 for each transaction, it's not going to work well. So the Solana also supports a fraction of a cent, single cent for each transaction, so that the agents can able to use the network for the transaction. So these are all the two critical points for Solana capturing the bulk of the market. And you can understand how other blockchain networks are playing along to capture this stablecoin transactions. The transactions are coming through agents. And then other major network is Ethereum. So what Ethereum is doing, their value model is completely different from Solana. The Ethereum wants to play the identity layer. See, in a machine-initiated transactions, you want to understand whether the transactions are coming from a genuine agent or fraudulent agent, or bad actors are initiating the agents. You want to identify so that you can able to give permission for the agents to perform the transactions. And that's where Ethereum's ERC 8004 identity layer protocol comes into play. It acts as the reputation layer for the agents. See, it maintains all the agents' identity, all the previous transactions in a decentralized manner so that you can able to identify if the agent is a valid one or a fraudulent one. So this helps you to eliminate any type of fraudulent agent behavior that are initiated from bad actors in the internet. It is similar technology happened beginning of the internet because you need to identify if the users are coming is a genuine user or fraudulent transactions are happening. Even if you are using a credit card, you need to identify whether the transactions are coming from the owner of the credit card or somebody stole the credit card and they are using it on their behalf. And that's where the Ethereum comes into play, the identity layer. It acts as the identity player. So Solana builds the transaction committing layer, and Ethereum builds the identity layer for agents to identify themselves whether it is a true agent or a fraudulent agent. Okay. From the marketing agency's point, what can you do? How you can able to understand these emerging technologies and how you can position yourself to capture this market, this growing market in Web3 that combines the Web2 data and Web3 data so that you can able to identify where the transactions are coming from and how to differentiate for that. See, the first thing from the marketing agency's point of view is you need to identify if a transaction are coming from a bot or from a human being. If it is a bot or an agent, then you need to identify clearly so that you can separate the traffic that are originated from human beings versus bots. Without that, your entire attribution pipeline will fail miserably. So you need to understand that so that you can able to separate those two traffics. And then the second important critical thing is you need to understand what are all the different activities that are performed by the agent and human beings. The human beings are going to be slow and they are not going to be 24/7. They will be 8 hours or couple of hours. They will be using the platform to understand, and they may use the agents to confirm to commit a transaction. So from the marketing agency, you need to understand what are all the different types of transactions that are happening through agents and what transactions are happening through human beings. Once you understand that, you can able to separate those data and you can able to create the pipeline to identify what exactly is going on in the protocols. That helps you to go to your customers and clearly explain where how the marketing campaign is working for them so that they can able to capture and allocate more budget for their marketing campaigns in the future marketing campaigns. In multiple videos in these channels, we explained how agents are playing a critical role in the blockchain technology. And if you have any questions how agents are used, please let us know. Or there are multiple videos are there in this channel. You can go and go through those videos, understand, and if you have any questions, please let us know. We are here to help you. We are building a technology so that marketing agencies can identify the difference between two different types of traffic coming from humans, traffic coming from the agents, and you can able to clearly separate it so that you can able to identify what you need to do from the marketing agency's point of view. And another critical aspect is the X402. This protocol particularly helps to identify the payment required protocol. It was created during the beginning of the internet era, but no one used it because credit cards started using those and people completely ignored it. Now this X402 is coming into play and the agents will initiate it using this protocol to start the mission transaction, and that is used. And now various industries are trying to use this protocol standard for their agent to agent transaction that can able to capture it. And it's basically this X402 could also become a standard in various countries where Congress or the local government may enforce these standards in all the agent to agent transactions. It is not there that could happen in the future because as more and more agents started using the internet for various transactions, using blockchain for various transactions, the regulatory gaps can be filled by the various government entities and other Congress so that users' data is protected, users' value is captured within the blockchain. From the marketing agency, you need to understand and aware of these technology changes so that you can build your marketing agency according to the legal and regulatory framework. Okay. What can marketing agencies do in the Web3 AI agentic world? The first and foremost thing is identifying bot blindness. The data you are collecting that needs to be identified if it is generated by agents or bots or human beings. Without that, your entire pipeline fails, your entire attribution fails. So once you understand the difference, the data difference between agents and human beings, the second step is to create the cohort by dividing the cohorts between agents and humans. Whatever may be the cohort you want to build for your customers, you need to separate it and build the pipeline accordingly based on the traffic that are originated through agents or through human beings. And then understanding the X402 protocol, ERC8004 protocol so that you can able to validate if the agents are fraudulent agents or if the agents are genuine agents. So all these technologies, from the marketing agency's point of view, you cannot do it. You need to have a IT team to develop this pipeline, understand it so that you can able to use it, or you need to go with the company, those who are getting into this, developing software products, specifically tailoring Web3 marketing agencies. So we at Analytic Kit, we have multiple products. You can able to use it right away and understand the difference between the traffic that are originating from the agents or through bots. So without the platform, you cannot run the marketing agencies in the future because more and more agents are coming into the world and more companies are started using it. It is happening within the enterprise, outside the enterprise. So as the technology matures, your marketing agencies needs to understand this so that you will be ready to capture the market and lead the market for your marketing agencies. So the structural shift is already happening here. The Solana, it started the trend. Ethereum, all the popular blockchain technologies are started implementing the agents. It is happening. It's not that you need to wait until the market is proven. The market is here. The market is started. If you are reading the news, There are trillion-dollar market is getting into the AI industry, and the next era for the AI is to in the commerce. See how the internet and when the internet is started, people started using internets to just put together the marketing material on their static websites, and that slowly shifted to a commerce. When Amazon opened their first online bookstore, people started buying books. Now you know what Amazon is doing. It sells anything, everything on the internet. Similar shift is happening in the Web3 world for agents. So agents will be doing all type of transactions. Agents will be initiating all the Web3 transaction, and it will surpass the human beings because agents can work 24/7. Humans needs to take a break and they need to go to bed in the night, but agents are not like that. It will be constantly checking the blockchain for better deals, constantly checking for transaction volume where it can pay less transaction fee. So for all those, you need to have the Web3 marketing stack to capture so that your marketing agencies can be positioned for this global shift. So that's all I want to discuss in this video. So we touched a lot of high level concepts from the marketing agency, what you need to understand for agentic world. So if you have more questions, there are multiple videos you can search and listen. Or if you have questions, please let us know. And we are also educating by publishing various blogs in our website. Please visit analytic.com and you can read those blogs. And also, if you need to play around with our product, you can go to analytic.com and register yourself and start using our platform to capture Web2 and Web3 data, and you can see yourself. And if you need to have a demo, please let us know. We will be happy to show you a demo for you. Thank you. And if you like this video, please subscribe and forward this video to friends, your families. Thank you. Appreciate the time. Bye.